So hi, Will Noise Podcast. I'm Shane.
I'm Glory.
Happy Monday.
It is.
Yeah.
It fucking is, you know? It's a great Monday. I'm having a great time. You're having a great time. Great music came out. I mean, I can't complain about anything.
Yeah, man. I'm feeling the Monday vibes, as I was telling you earlier. Very productive day at work today. So like
Damn right.
I'm ready to take this week on, and the later this week I got some gigs coming up, so I'm very, very excited. I'm seeing the early
Let's
November
fucking
on
go.
Thursday. Our friends in Cliff Diver and in Flycatcher are opening the show, so it's like
Damn right.
big homie fest. Excited to see all of those bands. I haven't seen any of them before. And then Friday I got Shauna Dean Copeland and Jess Tour at Over the Moon Art Studios in Asbury, so that should be a fun time as well. But yeah, feeling the vibes. Ready to get this week on a fucking roll.
Hell yeah.
I was at some shows last week, and last Tuesday I saw Prince Daddy and the Hyena. Saturdays at your place, Riley and Carpool. First time seeing P Daddy in a couple of years. Last time I saw them was also when they headlined House of Independence in 2022.
Yes.
So it's been a while. It was a cool show. It was cool to finally see Carpool. They're a solid band. Riley blew me the fuck away. They're so fucking cool.
Oh wow.
Possibly like I still haven't listened to the whole record, but they played like everything except the last song was off the new record. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I heard a good part of it, and I'm like, this is one of the coolest bands like coming up in that scene. I'm like,
shit.
this band's fucking sick.
Okay.
So we'll be keeping my ear to the ground on them because they're fucking awesome. Saturdays at your place was cool. Been hearing their name around, but that was my first time checking them out, seeing them. And then good old Prince Daddy and the Hyena, always a good show, always fun. Won't be my last time seeing them, I'm sure of that. So that was fun. That was a good time. That was my first time back at House of Independence.
Nice.
With the reopening after the closure from the flooding, so that was cool. Was happy to be back there. And then on Friday, despite the weather forecast, I did get to see The Used, Story of the Year, and
Don Broca.
Amira Elfsky. So that was cool. Amira was interesting because it's like super heavy guitars and instrumentals, and the one dude in her band looks like he would like be the guitarist in like a hardcore band, like he's two-stepping on the stage and shit. And then she's like, you've got these heavy ass riffs going on, and then she's singing. Like it's this really strange dichotomy where she's like, she's singing her fucking heart out. She's got crazy pipes, bro. And then like this dude off to her right is just two-stepping.
Yeah, he's just in his own little world, you know?
I was like, that's entertaining as fuck.
Yeah.
But she was cool. There were chunks of the crowd that were into her. It was very much nostalgia with The Used and Story of the Year both coming up around similar times. So the crowd was leaning on that side of things, the older crowd. So there were patches that were into her. The people in front of me couldn't wait for her to get off the stage. That was the vibe of the crowd. Those people were there for Story of the Year and The Used.
Yeah.
I thought her set was pretty cool. I thought she sounded cool. And I was into her music when I was checking out her studio stuff. I was like, yeah, this is cool. Definitely feels like, maybe an out of left field by Bert himself, like an out of left field pick. He was just like, yeah, I like that. That
sounds cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, she was cool. Story of the Year, have heard their name a bunch, have seen them around a billion times, have not seen them until Friday. So they were fun. That was a good show. Got to hear my favorite Story of the Year song, which is War, off their new
Let's
record.
go.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So that was cool. You know, they played the Until the Day I Die song, which is their big hit. And you know, they played all the bangers, so that was cool.
Nice.
And then they went up there, they rocked it. Bert was locked in.
Nice.
Shout out Bert for being locked in.
Good.
And they got through the what was it, 19 songs they played.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And I don't know how they did it, because I saw the set list, I saw the amount of time they had to play all these songs, and I'm like, they're gonna play about 5 songs, and then Bert's just gonna have the crowd scream "fuck you" back at him for 30 minutes.
He does that,
and it's gonna be a flashback to when I saw them here a couple of years ago. But that was not the case. It feels like every time they come to town, the weather wants to be against them. The last time the set was cut short drastically, and it rained so hard, I had to get a new wallet because I just got absolutely positively soaked. But that did not happen. It drizzled a little bit. It did. Okay. But it did not torrential downpour. So I'm here for that. I'm here for that. They played all the bangers. They played my favorite songs. You know how it goes.
Of course.
And that was the longest U set I've seen, which was cool. But I'm just glad I'm glad they stayed locked in.
Exactly. I mean, 19 songs. That's just fucking ridiculous. Someone needs to cut like half of that. I'm so serious. I can't.
No, man. I was into it because it's like every other time I've seen them, it's been the exact same set list, plus or minus one song, because it's like they have their hits. Like they've got the big song, which is The Taste of Ink, but then they've got all of the
That's their big song?
Yes.
I've literally never heard that. I thought you were gonna say like a box full of sharp objects.
Well, that one they close every single set with, but I knew The Taste of Ink when I was checking them out for the first time. Like I knew that song.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never heard that before. I have something to listen to after
this. I know if you listen to it, you would probably know it.
You said that before, and I've always been like, I don't fucking know this song. I don't know this fucking song. My friend, she fucking tried that same shit with me. She was like, you know a Kiss song. And I was like, I don't know Kiss. And she played like their number one song. And she was like, come on, you know that. I was like, I don't. And even the fucking Uber driver was like, how do you not know this song? So it's like, that means nothing to me. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I had heard, but yeah, a box of sharp objects is they close every single show with that, but they've got what I would say is the big hit, but then they've got a bunch of scene classics, and that's like their set list plus or minus whatever the new single is when they're out on the tour. So we got to expand past that with almost 20 songs in the set list. And
at what cost, dude?
And there were a lot of songs that, despite this being the 5th time that I've seen them, I still did not get a chance to hear live, that finally checked off the bucket list on Friday night. And the icing on the cake was Bert was locked in the whole night and actually wanted to be there, so shout out to that.
Wasn't yapping, wasn't dragging his feet, locked in, dialed in.
Yeah, he was dialed the fuck in. But yeah, that was my week. So yeah, I got the gigs coming up next week, and then some more the week after that. We're back in the gigging swing of things.
Gigging and wigging, man. Yeah. We're doing this shit. I mean, I'm not. Me personally, I'm not. I'm going to see Belmont.
Yeah.
Next month.
Same day I see Slipknot.
Exactly. Big day. Yeah. Big day for Good Noise podcast enjoyers. Yeah.
You'll be seeing our story. It'll just be the dichotomy of the two.
It's gonna be fucking crazy. I mean, both angry people on stage, stomping around, but just two different vibes of angry. It's gonna be great. I'm so excited. Oh, Corey motherfucking Taylor. What an interesting guy.
Dude, so for funny. Real.
So funny.
But we do have, lots of music to talk about. This past Friday was a very busy release week. We're just going to get right into it here. The home team dropped their new album, The Crucible of Life.
Yes.
Yes, they did. And we did get to talk to Brian and Daniel from the band. It is out now. It came out on Friday alongside the record. So if you feel so inclined to learn more about the album, you should just go check out our interview. It was a good time.
It was a really fun interview. A lot of insight into the creation of the album, obviously, but they got fucking deep. into it.
Yeah.
Like the highs, the lows, the start of the fucking album, the finish, how long it fucking took. It's really cool. I fucking love it. I love this record. So first listen, this is like the first record in a while where I've actually kind of like anticipated it anticipated it enough to listen to it on release day.
Yeah.
Usually for albums we review, I'm kind of like stuck in a loop of my 30-40 hour playlist. I'm like, I'll listen to it another time. I'll listen to it on Monday when we cover it. This one, I saw it and I went, I think I'm gonna cue this up. I'm gonna listen to this while I fucking bake or decorate or whatever the fuck. This album, start to finish, fucking hits, fucking bangers. The opener, which they spoke about in the interview because they said, I believe it was both of their favorite song, I think, possibly, Turn You Off. They wanted, it was either up against Turn You Off or Loud to be the lead single. And I think they chose very fairly. I think it makes sense. But holy fuck, that as an opener is incredible. Fucking grabs you and is like, hey, this album's gonna be fucking crazy and you're gonna fucking love it. And it's all right, yeah, all right. Then into Brag. I mean, it flows so well. It's such an incredible record. My only critique is All Squeezed Out, which I love, right? But it's like, it's not even a minute long. It's a little confusing. It's like 2 verses and like that's it. Not even an interlude. It's just like a fucking burst of a song and it's like, okay, that's it. I don't know why that's there, respectfully. Not in like a genuine, not in like a fucking disrespectful way. I'm just confused as to its presence on the record. Because for me, it didn't really add anything or take away anything. So I'm just kind of like, why is it here? Any of the songs on the record could have been singles. That's just how fucking good this band is. Yeah, Broadside song is my favorite. But yeah, damn, just great record.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree. I was super excited for this record, but I did not check it out on Friday alongside you. I told you to let me know your thoughts on it. But you know, waited until the weekend when I was driving to finally take this record in, and worth the wait, man. It was so fucking good front to back.
Yes.
Just to get into it, I like All Squeezed Out, definitely an interesting song, that's for sure. You know, it's less than a minute long and it's in and out, it's quick, it's fast paced, and as confused as I was by it the first time I heard it, it's immediately following up the slowest song on the record, so it's like it kind of makes sense to just snap you back into it, where it's like, not to say that Walk This World With Me is a snooze fest by any means. It's a great song, but it is it really kind of takes the record like this.
It picks it right back up again.
It wastes no time picking it back up. But it's just, like, front to back, this album is fucking incredible. Turn You Off is such a great opener and really solidifies the heavy aspect when they say heavy pop. I'm like, yeah, this has got some riffs on it, some serious fucking riffs. I honestly don't know if I could name a favorite, because every single song on here is so good. I'm still like inclined to say Loud, because I was like blown away by that song the first time I heard it. I know it was the lead single. We've had it for like 7 or 8 months at this point.
A year?
Yeah. It came out in December of last year. I get all that, but it's such a fantastic song. It's a great closer.
Absolutely.
And just, I don't know, like that had me being like amped up for the new era. I don't know, but I also like Turn You Off. I like the song with Broadside. Love and Co is another super cool song. The entire album is so fucking good front to back. I am amped to see them at the end of the month on the summer school tour. Fuck you,
Yeah.
Glory.
Shakes my fist at you, dude. I have like 500 more fucking the home team streams than you. You don't deserve that fucking show, man. I'm pissed.
Okay,
I'm
all
pissed.
right.
I'm pissed. That's it.
Hopefully they come to Virginia soon.
Whatever. Oh my God.
Very excited to see them, and just excited to see where this record ultimately takes them. They've already got Neck Deep support tour on the calendar later in the year. So just very cool, very excited, stoked for more. I know the album just came out, but just stoked for more.
Give us more. Another album, please.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, hell yeah. Speed dropped a new album, Only One Mode. Okay, so this was my introduction to this band. I feel like you added them like fucking out of nowhere. Because I looked at the podcast playlist one day and they weren't there, and then I looked back today and they were there. And maybe I just missed them. I don't fucking know. So I had no expectations. I didn't know what this album was gonna sound like. I just went in and holy fuck. That intro is incredible. The fucking flute's crazy. Fucking breakdowns are insane. Oh my God. I love how I think they fucking say like, speed. They say like fucking like I am speed or some shit like that just throughout the record. And I love when bands do that, whether they drop like album names where it's like Imminence did it with Welcome to the Black. They said it in like the opening track. And it just, it's great. It's like breaking the fucking, what is it, fourth wall or something. I love it. I love it so much. Record was incredible. I don't know if you could tell I did enjoy it. Honestly, I liked all of the songs, but yeah, as I said, the opener I think is probably the one that had the biggest impact on me. But yeah, I listened to it twice and it was added to my playlist because I want to hear more of this.
Yeah, this was my left field ad of the week. Always have to have one in there. One where we don't cover the album cycle. I'm just like, yeah, I want to listen to this record. I need an excuse to.
Yeah.
So I'll make Glory listen to it too. But have been seeing this band's name around. Really, had started seeing them popping up a little bit because they were out with Knock Loose. They did the full US. They were the first opener, but the first time I really saw the timeline freak out about them was the single with the song that had the flute in it in the middle, which is the first test, which is also my favorite off the record. But I didn't have much of an expectation going into this album other than there's a flute on one of the songs and that made everybody go crazy. And there's some hype going behind this band and they're a hardcore band. That's all I knew going into this record. And but front to back it's so good. Obviously it's a hardcore record, but the way this album opens, it opens like a big like rock record.
Yes. Yeah.
Like from rock legends, like a band that would be headlining arenas is like how this album opens. It really just sets the tone for the vibe of the record, but it doesn't slow down at all.
Absolutely not.
Like the band name is Speed, and so is the tempo on the record. It's fucking just wild. How fast can we play every single song on here? But yeah, front to back, crazy. I also enjoyed the opener, but like as I said, every single song on here I enjoyed, so I could name them all as favorites because I just think this is an incredibly solid record. Stoked to be seeing the success so far. I mean, they started popping off. They're from Australia. They were starting to pop off here, with the Knock Loose tour and the hype they were getting from the singles that were put out around that time. So I'm amped to see where this takes them, because I think that this is going to be a band that everyone is going to be paying attention to in a little bit. It's just a matter of time.
Yes. I can't wait. I can't wait for that moment because this fucking album deserves all the flowers. It's fucking wild.
Hardcore, man. I don't know. Like it's fucking crazy how quick it's just blowing the fuck up. Like Knock Loose is used massive. I saw a hardcore band open an arena show, Day to Remember, which was crazy. It's just wild.
I it's growing on me because before I was okay with hardcore. I mean, Turnstile was my introduction, and respectfully, I I don't think that that was a great introduction for me. They're growing on me still,
Mhm.
but hardcore as a genre, in that moment, I was like, like I think it's fun, but it's not like for me.
Mhm.
I think specifically after this album, it kind of clicked where it's like, oh, I get it. I get it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, this shit fucks. I won't hit anyone to it though. That's still not for me. Maybe in a year, I'll do a 180.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
We're gonna
We'll see.
we're
We'll
gonna
see.
revisit this review in a year, and Glory's
Yeah.
gonna be swinging at people all of the time,
Missing a tooth.
She's gonna be battered and bruised all of the time because she's just beating the shit out of people.
Oh my god.
Windwaker dropped their new album, Hyper Violence. We got to chat with Liam and Chris from the band. You should check that out. It was a good time. We dove deep into
really
the
good.
album. They're over here in the US right now, opening for North Lane. So if that's coming to a city near you, you should go. This album, bro, front to back, is awesome. They're doing like they're a heavy band, but they're doing something really, really cool in heavy music.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And I'm just super into it. Break the Rules was a single.
Yes.
When we talked
Here
about
you
that,
go. Here you go again.
when we talked about that single, I was like, "This is corny. I don't like this. This is weird. Why is the chorus like that? I don't care that it's supposed to be fun. Fuck you. Fuck fun. Fuck you."
Yeah. Yeah. I want breakdowns.
Yeah. Listen, it might be one of my favorites off the album. Might be. Yeah. I enjoy that song. It's grown on me a lot. You know, it's supposed to be fun. That's what it is. And I think that the song is super cool. So I'm glad to, have that 180 flip, because it allows me to enjoy the whole record. Because I enjoyed, I had enjoyed all the other singles, had enjoyed the whole record, but hearing the record for the first time was where I was like, fine. But I was also singing it to you before our interview, and you're like, I think you might like that song.
It was like a whole day. It was like, I'm not even fucking exaggerating. We had maybe like 5 interviews that day, and it was like the 10 minutes we prep before every interview. It was, I love it when you break the rule. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And it was just like the entire, I was like, okay, someone has a favorite fucking song. Someone's, and you're like, I can't stop listening to it. I can't stop singing it, Glory. I'm like, I could tell, dude, I'm here too. I hear you. No, it's a great song. So I completely get it. And then I started doing it to mock you. And then I was like, wait a minute. This song's actually really fucking good.
Yeah.
So yeah. I am also a big fan of the singles. I think they picked them really well. I wasn't able to grab the title for the track I'm thinking of, but it had a N95 vibe to it. Kendrick Lamar, N95. It was like a very similar flow. And it made me go, I see you. I hear your fucking influence, because I don't know, they have a lot of hip hop rap influence on the record, and that one specifically I could fucking pinpoint that. I see you. I hear it. I love I believe it's The Wall. That's the one that has a really funky little riff in it where it sounds like the guitar is kind of fucking glitching out and breaking. I also, as I said, I love Break the Rules. Fractured State of Mind is incredible. And then I think is it Venom? It's not Venom that I'm thinking of, but Venom is also fucking incredible. All in all, great record. Really enjoyed it. I like all the influences, the rock, the rap mixed up. Usually that's a difficult one for me to get on board with, because I'm like, you either do it right or you sound like a fucking idiot. And in this one, they did it right.
Yeah, this record
Well done,
rocks.
guys.
Some of my other favorites, Infinity. I like the way the album opens. I'm glad that you mentioned The Wall, because I really like that song as well. It's one of the heavier ones, because there's a lot of different sounds experimented with on this record, but there's still plenty of heavy moments as well. That's one of them. I like Villain. I like Tabula Rasa. I like that song. I believe that's the focus track. So that that was the video you shared on your story. That was really cool. The camera went like that, and he was kicking. I'm like, that's fucking. I'm like, I just kept watching that on a loop. Like I just kept tapping back on your story, and I'm like, dude, that's fucking awesome.
Why do you think I post that shit to my story, man? That's because I've watched like 50 times.
And then Juliet, which is a slower song to close off the record. I think it's fitting for how much of a ride this album is, and very go 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 to kind of close it off with something on the more mellow side was pretty awesome. Overall, very solid record. Stoked to see them over here in the US, hoping for more of that. To finally catch them, because we both unfortunately missed them on this last run, so hoping to catch them on the next one. Overall, stoked. Right. Check the record out and our interview.
Yes, check out the interview. It was fucking awesome. It's great. Haiden Henderson dropped your EP Loverboy. Okay, this shit, it's pop, right? But it's good pop, I'll give it that. This shit reminds me of, I don't know, when I was younger and my parents had the pop radio on, because I mean it was either pop or fucking gospel, and most of the time it was gospel that was on, but there were a couple moments where it'd be like, all right, we'll throw on some pop for the kids, This shit is fucking catchy. It's like, it reminds me, obviously, I feel like this is like, you might be offended, because I feel like it's in the same vein of comparing like any fucking female fronted band to like Paramore. But to me, this reminds me of like Shawn Mendes, but if he was like edgier, which is nice, because to me, Shawn Mendes has been good, but not my cup of tea exactly. This is that perfect blend of kind of like rock influence, but with that kind of like, I'm a boy and I'm in love and haha, fuck you, I'm gonna be famous. And it's like shit like that, and I fucking love it. I think this record is incredible. It's really fun. It's fun to listen to, and all the songs are catchy as shit. Like ridiculously catchy as shit. By like the third listen, I was already singing along to everything. So definitely check it out if you haven't already. This is one that I think everyone should listen to at least once.
I agree. Yeah, this is incredibly catchy. Check out our interview with Haiden. It's out at the time that this clip comes out. If you're watching the full video, it's not out yet. But the interview drops Wednesday. This Wednesday.
Yes. This Wednesday.
So check that out if you enjoyed the EP. But I very much enjoyed the EP. Something that was mentioned early on in the interview is like the feeling of like sitting in the back of your mom's car while listening to the pop radio, which is
I forgot
what you just mentioned, and the feeling that I got like instantly the first time I heard this EP in full. I had to go back to figure out what song I said in the interview was like my favorite, which was Good Side, because like that was like to me the epitome of like the sitting in the backseat of my mom's car and she's got the local pop station on, and like because spent a lot of time out and about listening to the radio with my mom when like the era that is being pulled from in this EP, like that was the sound.
The Joe Bro.
Yes, when I was listening to pop radio. So I like that song. Hell of a Good Time is a fucking banger. Bleachers, KO, like I could sit here and name every single song. Every single goddamn song is catchy. I am a little bit more partial to the singles because I looped the fuck out of them going into the interview.
Dude,
So, but every single song on here is catchy as shit. One Before the One is like the soft song to close it off. Like that's a fucking banger. Broken In's a banger. Every single song on here is so good. There are 6 absolutely incredible, catchy songs. And if you want that nostalgia trip, this is the EP for you, because genuinely. Like we've all felt like Glory and I both felt it. Glory forgot it was even said in the interview and just like brought it up unprompted. Like it's genuinely. Just that's the vibe that you get from this EP.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It makes me happy. Makes me feel very happy.
Sophie Powers dropped her new EP, Glitch Level 1. We spoke to Sophie. It is out at the time of the review dropping. If you're watching in the full thing, it's not out yet. The EP the interview drops Thursday. Check that out.
It's a very good interview. You should go watch it if it's out.
Yes, and if it's not out, just check it out once it's out. It'll be out this week.
Set your alarms.
Yeah,
all that shit. Put it on your calendar.
Sophie's someone we've been paying attention to for a while. We had her on the podcast a bunch of years ago with her last EP. And we've been following her ever since, and it's always like there's always like this sense of what the fuck is she doing every single time a song is put out. Like every time we send it to each other and we're like, okay, all right, like I want to get on board with this, but what's going on
happening?
Here? Yeah, the only time you and I were both sold on a song instantly was Obsessed.
My god,
we both sent. I think we sent it to each other like unprompted, and was like, yeah, no, this one's gonna be a kicker.
One's fucking good.
But there's always that element of like, what the fuck, and then you hear the whole song, and I'm like, okay, that was cool, but I think that Sophie really shines in like an EP, or we haven't heard an album yet, but like in a project setting where you're kind of, instead of like getting jump scared by the 10 seconds or 15 seconds on TikTok like and being like, what the fuck is this, you're like kind of absorbed into her world, getting to listen to a whole project. And even if you're not sold in the beginning, by the end you're absolutely into it, because it's just like some songs are a little weird, that's the brand, but you can't deny that they're catchy as shit.
No, they're all fucking ass shakers, genuinely. And I like that you use the example of and phrasing of kind of like, once you listen to it in a full setting, you're in her world, because that's exactly how the fucking opener felt, where it just felt like, hey, welcome to the EP. It's gonna be fucking crazy, because Whoa is a great fucking opener.
Yeah.
And off first listen of just the EP, I was like, damn it, she fucking did it again. Like, she had me in the first half, genuinely, with like the teasers, because I was like, I don't know. Well, I'll see in in the context of the record, whatever the fuck. Holy shit, incredible. On it, I'm just gonna go track by track and just say what I thought really quickly. Whoa, I think is probably my favorite off the record. Blueprint is really good. Awesome is incredible. Nosebleed is fucking great, and that's like one of the older ones. That was like one that she's been fucking promoting.
That was like the first single.
That shit. Yeah, she started promoting that shit like almost not immediately after our interview, but it felt like very close. So that's at least like a year or two. Probably
it was like right around the time where she first signed to Atlantic, and then that was like the first single.
Yeah. So fucking ages. Obsessed, as we said, we both fucking love that song. We were both sold on it immediately. Better on Mute is so fucking good, because I like how she's just like, you know what, fuck you. You think you could fucking hate me? I hate me. That type of shit, where it's just like, damn. and it's fucking catchy too. Yeah. Okay. Overflow's incredible, and then Bathroom Floor is also really good. I think it's a great closer, because you can't put it anywhere else. It's kind of, you can't put that shit like before Whoa. That would be just such a what's going on. I think top to bottom, great EP. I think she did really well, and I'm very excited to see what else she has planned.
Yeah. She mentioned in the interview there's a level 2 to this Glitch universe, so excited for more. My favorite is hands down Obsessed. That was like, usually I'm like, I'll hear a song on TikTok and like that'll be it. Or for her, it's mainly Instagram, because we follow her on. I follow her on my personal, and we follow her on the podcast account. And it's like, she posts, I see it on my personal, I flip over to the podcast account, and she's the first one in that feed as well. And I'm like, all right, fine, whatever, you got me. But that was the song where I was like paying the most attention because I wanted to hear it because the chorus is so catchy. So yeah, that's probably my favorite. But Blueprint, which is one of the songs that came out with the EP and has been being pushed pretty hard on socials, was stuck in my head all day. So I'm gonna have to give that one a shout out as well. But it's funny, you're just like reading off song titles, and the chorus for each song is coming up in my head like a fucking like a file, like a folder, like and my brain is just picking through each one and playing the chorus. That's how catchy these songs are for me. Overall, incredible front to back. I think I liked the first EP, but I think that this is just like leagues better. Really, really stands out. Stoked on this, stoked for more. As I said, we've got another EP coming at some point. It was mentioned in the interview. We got that level 2, so be patiently waiting for level 2, and she's going to be playing a handful of shows in some select markets, so take a look at her socials or her website, see if she's coming to your area. I believe there's like one West Coast show, a couple on the East Coast, one in Toronto, but check those dates out. If you're around, you should go. She puts on a cool live show. Seen her open for Parks. It was a fun time. Yeah.
Water Parks, to be specific.
Yes, not the band Parks. I don't know.
I don't fucking know. Arlo Park. I don't fucking know. Childish Gambino dropped his first single for his upcoming album, Lithonia. So I heard this was dropped like 2 weeks ago. We didn't do the podcast the week that this dropped, so I had a week to kind of sit on this and process it. Thankfully, I feel like if I listened to this for the first time today and then reviewed it, I would have a completely different opinion and reaction to it. This song has grown on me very quickly. I listened to it about 20 times that night that it came out because I was like, what the fuck is he doing? Rock? It caught me so off guard because I didn't know what to expect. Childish Gambino, Donald Glover is a very, very creative person. I think he's one of my favorite like creators out there. Fucking music, fucking art, fucking TV shows, movies.
He is like a visionary, if you want to use that word.
Yeah, yes, 100%. So anything he does to me, I'm like, it's gonna be fucking great in some way. Whether it's the cover art that's just good and the songs actually fucking suck, there's always going to be something that he does that's like out of this world. So going into this, I was like, please be good. I listened to it, confused. Listen to it another time. I was like, okay, wait. Because how it starts is so strange. It seems like it should be a song that's like a second single versus like the first single. That's just because of how it starts, how it's very empty at the beginning, and then it kind of builds up. I don't know. I think it's really great. I like how it kind of builds up and it has its climax, and then it kind of, dies off again. I think it's a great song. Loved it a lot. Glad I had a week to sit on it.
Yeah, I think the song is cool. Not into Childish Gambino and Donald Glover quite like you are, but I do think, of some of the left field picks that you put on this playlist from time to time, which is never in the alternative realm. It's always just like whatever the fuck, like later on in the playlist.
Whatever the fuck that is.
I
don't know either, dude.
This is the one. This is one of the ones where I'm like, all right, like. I'm not like quietly seething that I have to listen to it,
Wow. You like the Kendrick Lamar album. Come on.
I think Childish Gambino is cool, so I like this song. I'm excited to hear this record. I expected this to be the kickoff to an album cycle based on the fact that he came out of the woodwork. I saw that he put on like a smaller performance for some for friends and family and some some big fans. Like I know there were a handful of people there.
I should have been there.
So I kind of expected that. So, and you know, he's got that massive tour. He's not going to tour off the back of like releasing an album that came out that he pulled down and put out again. Yeah, like
yeah, that was kind of like ridiculous. That was ridiculous.
So,
and just to clarify, he did say, "This is my first single. Fucking pre-save it, or I'm not." He said some shit out of the fucking left field. So yes, you're correct.
Yes.
You're correct.
So I'm excited. I'm excited for more. I like this song. I like the vibe that the song has, and you know, I'm just gonna let the man cook, because like, you know, these big I'm not gonna say pop because it's not pop, but like the people in that realm of the industry where they're like on another level, and some of them are pop, some of them are rap, hip hop, whatever it may be, fucking metal. Like you just let them do their thing. Like you don't assume anything. You just leave them be. So like there are no expectations, because it could be totally out of left field, weird, fucking, he could do a folk record, like, and like it would just be like whatever. Like I mean, you know,
you're like, okay,
not
yes,
to
I'm a fan of folk.
Yeah, not to say that he is anything like this, but Taylor Swift did exactly that, and you know, people ate that shit up. So like that's kind of what I'm saying. Like just leave the man to do his thing, because he's on a level kind of sort of like that. So like just let him do his thing.
Yeah, that's a great example actually, because it's, as you said, those people who are kind of like on a different ranking where it's like they didn't put themselves in a genre box, so their fans don't know what to expect. Taylor Swift, you know, fucking Childish Gambino, and I would even put like fucking Beyonce on there, because she dropped a country record right after she dropped a fucking electronic record.
Yeah.
And then she fucking, before that was a pop record.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's kind of just like, just checking off boxes. I think they're all just fucking just having fun, doing whatever the hell, and their fans are gonna fucking eat it up no matter what. And here I am, eating up whatever the fuck this is, Donald Glover. Love it, but
I feel like maybe the perfect example is like Billie Eilish, because I feel like touring wise, at least, like she's got a few more nights in some of the rooms that he's playing, but they're both like at that arena level, and like she's doing whatever the fuck she wants. She put out the record like, and just was like, I'm not putting out any singles, fuck you. And it's like it just keeps getting like progressively weirder and like out of left field, and like you don't know what to expect. The first record was like this alt dark pop shit. The second record was like indie soft boy shit, and then this was just like a pop record with like a bunch of dance and electronic elements, and it's like she's just doing whatever the fuck she wants. But that's kind of like where my head goes when I'm like, just let the visionaries do their thing, let these people that like,
let them cook,
just like transcend popular music, that like can go into hibernation for however long he went into hibernation, and then just sell out an arena tour. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like that level of artist, like past the like press don't need it. Like they just drop shit and people listen. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they don't have to do anything. It's their fandom just stays in their lane. There. They never leave. Fucking loyal as shit. It's Damn.
Starset dropped their new single Degenerate. This might be one of my favorite Starset songs. I thought it was cool. You know, it's got what you expect from Starset, but it felt a little bit more like you're a little bit more like your average like hard rock song, which I like, because sometimes they go a little too deep into like the space shit, and I'm like, all right, like I get that's the brand, but like, okay, we get it.
We know you're called Starset, but calm
like,
down.
All the imagery is like planets and shit, but like, all right, just go to space already. Like, my God.
That's it.
This song, you know, could be as far into space woo-woo as you want, but like instrumentally is a little bit more in that like just hard rock, you know, metalcore kind of vibe. So I like this song. I thought it was cool.
Yeah, I've turned into a pretty big enjoyer of Starset. I like their techie, little glitchy metal rock vibes, and this one was techie, glitchy, metal rock vibes. I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. I definitely think it is like kind of like the chorus where it is that very traditional mainstream rock. Like, did I just make the rock song of the year? And it sounds like that.
I'm here for it, man.
No, I'm okay with it. I think they did make the fucking rock song of the year. I think it's great. I enjoyed it a lot. I did. I'm a pretty big enjoyer of Starset. I don't know if I could say fan yet. I'm getting there though.
Just an enjoyer right now.
Enjoyer, yeah. Great American Ghost dropped a new single, Forsaken.
Fuck yeah. Hoping for an album. You know, we're single 2 now of some new music, so I'm hoping for a record. But I thought that this song was fucking awesome. Again, I found them, seeing them open for the Ghost Inside, and I was just blown away listening to their studio stuff ahead of time. Tour. Yeah, and then listening to seeing them live, hearing their studio stuff, I thought the shit was cool. So just been following along, liking this song. Checked it out as soon as I found out it came out. I had no idea it was coming out, but as soon as we got the press release about it being out, I'm like, yeah, I'll check that shit out.
Why the hell not?
Yeah, so I thought the song was cool. Stoked for more. Hoping for a larger body of work. Hopefully by the end of the year.
Yeah, damn right. I liked this a lot. It has really fucking heavy, fast moments, but then the chorus kind of eases up a bit. I like that a lot. Gives me room to breathe. I think it's fucking great. It's a roller coaster. It's fast and heavy as shit, and I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Mayday Parade dropped their new single, Pretty Good to Feel Something. I like the song, but I would just like to say it is very, very funny to me that there was absolutely no need for the piano part at the beginning. Like there's literally no piano in the rest of the song. They just had to hit a couple of keys on the piano for the first couple of seconds just to let you know that you were listening to a Mayday Parade song.
It's Mayday Parade here, by the way.
Because this might be the most non-Mayday Parade song I've heard from them in 20 years.
It is very... But at the same time, it seems very nostalgic. Like you would hear this shit on like Warped Tour.
You know exactly what I think it sounds like, and I'll even tell you the song from their discography that I think it sounds like.
What does it fucking sound like?
It sounds like SOS by the Jonas Brothers. It's so late 2000s boy band pop.
It is.
It's not even funny, and I absolutely fucking love it. But I love even more that they have to open with 3 seconds of piano so that you know that you're listening to a Mayday Parade song and not a Jonas Brothers song.
It does sound exactly like SOS.
Dude, it's fucking awesome.
It's like that's great. Let's bring this back. Let's have the fucking boy band revival, please, because they are a boy band. So you know what? Why the fuck not?
Technically,
let's do it, guys.
Yeah,
lean into it. I enjoyed this a lot. To me, until I wasn't a Joe Bro fan, so I wasn't able to pick that up. I was just like, oh, this sounds like fucking early 2000s, pop rock almost. Cool. I fuck with it a lot. Yeah, it's fucking Jonas Brothers, and I rock with it hard. I need more of this. This might be my favorite Mayday song ever, I think, because it sticks out like a fucking sore thumb. And every time it's come on, I haven't skipped it. I've just because it's popped up on my radio a lot. I've been listening to Spotify radio recently. I get it. And every time it comes on, I get excited because I'm like, oh, I fucking love this song. And every time I don't think it's Mayday Parade. And then I look and I'm like, oh my God, it's Mayday Parade.
But the piano intro in the beginning didn't make you think, oh, that's Mayday Parade.
No, it's like for a second, I'm like, is this Mayday? No, it can't be Mayday. Oh my God, it's fucking great. I love this song. I love this song a lot. Mothica dropped a new single, Mirage.
Yes, she's been calling it Ye Hothica.
Of course she has.
Yehothica.
Yehothica.
Which, like, I guess it's not necessarily the vibe I got hearing the song. It's a little out of left field from the rest of the singles, fair enough, but not the vibe that I got the first time I heard it. But now that she's marketing it that way, I'm like, I get it, kind of.
Yeah.
it's not full blown like country twang, which is good. Like, we got a little bit of that like southern feel to it, but like not full blown fucking country shit, which is good.
Yeah.
I do like this song. I am very excited for this album. I did comment on one of her posts recently that I need the full album injected into my veins.
I saw that notification. Yeah.
Yep. One more song coming out at the end of this month. She announced it, I believe, under that same post that I said I need this injected into my veins. And then the full album comes out on August 23rd. Very excited for that. But this album, this song smacks. Excited for one more single and then this album to finally be out.
Damn right. Yeehawthika. Sure. I was just getting like desert vibes, which I guess like is this same circle. So
that's
yeah,
what
that's
I was
fair.
getting.
Yeah, kind of like I'm stumbling in a fucking hot desert.
Like I could see tumbleweeds.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't see like fucking cowboy hats.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, Yeehawthika is just a fun thing to say. You can't really like mix desert and Mothika, so I understand why she went the way she did. I get it. I think this is great. I think the chorus is really fun and catchy. I like it a lot. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Attack dropped a new single, Blood on the Walls. They've been putting out singles. They've been putting out a chunk of them, and they're putting them out fast. So I don't know what the fuck is coming, but there's been a lot of singles in a short amount of time. I'm here for it. I like Attack. I think that this song's another fucking ripper. All have the same cover art, all stacking together. What are you guys cooking over there, Attack? Let us know. Songs have been great so far. Excited for more. I'm sure there's more coming. They're coming so fast.
This one felt like a bit more mainstream, poppy even. I don't know. It's something's like super different about this song than all the other ones. I like it a lot though, and I think it's really fun. And it's catchy as fuck. Good riffs.
Hell yeah.
The Main dropped a new single, Touch. Yeah. I've listened to this song too many damn times. I worked out to this song the day it came out. It was just that song for like 35-40 minutes. Great song. I feel so normal about it. And
you've been really normal about it.
Okay. The Main is back. And unfortunately I don't think an album's coming up with this. I don't think this is the start of a rollout. They have fucking Sad Summer that they're playing. So I think this is just their song to be like, hey guys, we have a new song for the tour. I'm okay if I'm proven wrong by that. John, if you're listening, you can drop an album if you'd like. That's completely check with the other guys, but you can drop an album if you'd like. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
Great fucking song, catchy as shit, ass shaker, toe tapper, thumbs up.
Yeah, this song's a fucking banger. My favorite part of the summer is when Sad Summer Fest starts and all of the bands on Sad Summer Fest put out songs right as the tour starts.
It's like Christmas.
We saw that this week with Mayday Parade, and the Main Diva Bleach has got a new song coming out. They're about to hop on. A bunch of bands on the tour have just put out new music. So, that's that. Although I'm not stoked on the lineup this year, I'm 99% sure I'm not attending. That is my favorite part of the Sad Summer Fest kickoff every year, because every year a majority of the bands, unless they're physically touring off of a new record, have a new song come out. So like I'm not expecting the Wonder Years to put out a song. They just put out a record, but the rest of the lineup, that's always the most fun part.
Damn right. Also, follow up, John, what are you saying about a window? Because I can't understand. I've listened to this song like at least 100 times, and it's just like he mutters the entire part and then just says the window. I don't know what the fuck he's saying. I'm trying to decipher it, and if they could post the lyrics, that would be great, because I don't think the lyrics are available anywhere. So that would be great. That's just my one request. We can move on now.
All right. Wargasm and Corey Taylor dropped their new single, 70% Dead. This collab makes sense. Wargasm did support Corey motherfucking Taylor on his Butt Rock tour last fall. Gotta love that shit. So this wasn't one of those out of left field collabs. The Fred Durst one on the record was. That was crazy. But again, Wargasm toured with Limp Bizkit, so it makes sense. It's just like, wow, Fred
seeing it on
Durst.
paper
Yeah.
is just
Wow.
weird.
Freddie D, my favorite guy.
Your favorite guy.
Was rad. But this song's fucking cool. You know, when I see Corey Taylor's name separate from Slipknot on a song, there's always a 50-50 chance that he's gonna pull out his southern butt rock country influence on the song. He did not do that. It sounded like the man that I like, the man from Slipknot, not Corey motherfucking Taylor.
Yeah, wherever the fuck he says. I don't know.
Yeah, this song was cool. Awesome to see, you know, people like Fred Durst and Corey Taylor on you know, these Wargasm songs. You know, it kind of feels in a way like the legends passing off the torch to like the next generation, because it feels like Wargasm is on the brink of being one of the next bands in this scene, like this new metal scene. So that's fucking awesome. The song is very cool. I'm excited for more, and I need them to come back to the US.
Yeah, it's nice that Wargasm is like platforming these really small artists, Corey Taylor and Fred Durst, because they've been doing this for so long, and they just
really
so
need
big.
the help.
No, it's like I feel bad for Corey Taylor and Fred Durst. You know, they've been working this game for so long. I'm just happy that Wargasm sees that hard work and it's actually paying off now.
Yeah.
They deserve it. Yeah. Great fucking song. I love Wargasm because all of their songs feel like a very, very angry, like, chihuahua, like, trying to get out of its fucking cage, and then, like, it's finally let out of the cage and it's just fucking ripping everything up. I love them so much. All of their music is so fun. Electronic, fucking metal, with just screeches and shit. It's awesome. It's fun. I love it. And I liked this song a lot. With Corey Taylor.
Corey
too.
motherfucking Taylor from Slipknot.
Yeah, no, this is growth. Yeah. It's great. Thousand Below dropped a new single, Wrong Again. I love Thousand Below. Thousand Below, welcome back. This is your second single. I would like a third and then an album if possible. Let me know. Catchy as shit. James's vocals are always just ethereal. So I'm always very happy to hear his silly little vocals in my earphones.
Yeah. This song was cool. I thought that the chorus on this song was super catchy. I liked it a lot. And I'm excited for more. You know, they got that big tour coming up with Polaris and Bless the Fall in the fall. So, you know, maybe possibly, you know, there's been a couple of singles, big tour coming up in a couple of years since that last record. You know how it goes. We theorize on this show when the release calendar is on the slower side. So, you know, there's still a lot of question marks up in the air for fall. We just kind of cleared out all the summer releases in one go this past Friday. So we'll see what goes on. Fame on Fire dropped a new single, Suicide, in parentheses, The Lovers, announced their new record coming out September. That's very exciting because all of these songs, including this one, have been so good so far. All of the singles. Really digging this one as well. Excited for this full record. They're going to be opening up for Wage War, which is very exciting. I'll be seeing them for the second time. Last time I saw them was opening for Ice Nine Kills. Many I
have their picture
many years ago
somewhere here. They're right over there somewhere.
Yeah, so that's cool. Excited for more. Excited for this record. Stoked, man. Stoked.
Yeah, no, this was great. This one was slower than what I expected and possibly what I wanted, but I did still enjoy it a lot. Still a good, strong chorus, great vocals, great instruments. I mean, it's fucking Fame on Fire. Like, what do you expect?
Yeah.
So yeah, Trophy Eyes dropped a new single and more. I love Trophy Eyes. The fucking vocals are always so powerful and raw. So it's just, I don't, half the time, again, I think we spoke about this in, what was it, Internet Friends? Was it Internet Friends? Where we were talking about it's, where it's delivery versus actual lyrics.
Yes.
Go check out that interview with Internet Friends. Also, go check out our Trophy Eyes interview. It was really good. It was like an hour and a half long or something. It was fucking ridiculous long.
We really dove into that last record.
It was great. Sunshine and Suicide, or Suicide and Sunshine. It's either which way. I
Yeah.
know I always fucking get it wrong when I'm talking about it, and I'm sorry. Um, so big fan of this band, big fan of the vocals specifically because again, it's just that raw emotion and force and everything that's put into them. I don't know. Half the time, only if I focus on the lyrics, I don't know what he's talking about specifically. I have to actually like focus on dial in on the fucking lyrics. But
Lock
it's just
in.
like, damn. Like it's like he could be talking about whatever the hell, and I'm choking up because I'm like, damn, his fucking vocals are just so emotional.
Yeah.
It's incredible. I love Trophy Eyes so much.
Yeah. Yeah. This band is fucking awesome.
Mhm.
It really is the emotion. Like this song in particular, like really enjoyed the last record, have loved everything I've heard from Trophy Eyes, but this song I was just like, God damn, like the delivery on this song is incredible. Yeah, overall, big fan of this. I'm not expecting more. The album only came out last year and they just did a headlining tour off the back of it, so I'm not expecting more, but like, if you want to feed us with some more, I'm here for it. Big
Okay
fan of
with
this
that.
band, like the song a lot. Stoked for what's to come. And for our last topic, Joba dropped his new single, American Fever. This is what I was talking about earlier when I was like, Glory just put shit on that's out of left field. And I know the guys from Brockhampton.
Yeah.
So it
He's my
wasn't that out of
favorite.
left field, but I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, Glory, let's see what you got.
Okay. So just to start off with, I'm pretty sure I've said this member's my favorite. This member's my favorite. Joba is I'm locking this in right now because I've recently been diving back into Brockhampton's discography with the guys, starting to kind of drip out new music, new songs, Joba being the one that actually made me dive into it. He has always been my favorite. His parts, his verses, lines, everything, choruses sometimes have always been my favorite because he always added that extra pizzazz that none of the other members could cover. Like his delivery was always different in every single song. He never had like a predictable flow, and that's what I fucking loved about him. Like Dom, second favorite, he had his flow and it was good, but you knew what you were gonna get if you knew that he was coming up next. Joba, this is kind of what I expected, but at the same time, not. Because he, in my eyes, for Brockhampton, has always been kind of like the hyper one, music-wise. And very, I don't know, all of his shit has always just been very energetic and very loud and in your face. You know when he's on the mic, you know when it's his turn. So hearing this and being like, oh, this is Jova? What the fuck? What's happening here? It's still very fun. It's still very playful. Not at all what I expected. It's not rap. He's like singing. I don't know what the fuck. I think it's cute. It just, to me, it comes off as Rex Orange County versus rap. I love Rex Orange County. Let me say that. I'm counting down the days because he has a fucking new album coming out that we will cover.
Great.
But it's just strange seeing Joba go from Brockhampton to that kind of like Rex Orange County, laying in a sunshiny little field, sunshine days, that type of shit. I don't know. It's like a 180 for me, which is fine. I mean, it's Joba. Kind of expected something weird.
Yeah. When I see the any of the dudes from Brockhampton on the playlist, I expect out of left field, strange and weird, because that's what happened when you put all of them in a room together, and typically you don't make weird shit together and then make standard pop music when you leave the room. Like that's typically not how the brain is wired. If that was the case, there would have been standard pop influences on every single song. And we had like Far From a Butthole or whatever that one song was. Was it the Pussy song? What was it?
Big Pussy.
Yes, Big Pussy. Like, come on. Woo! Like, you don't write Big Pussy and then write a pop song in your solo career. Like, that's not what's about to happen.
It doesn't happen.
So, but then it becomes
Fart song?
I don't,
Sorry,
I don't know what the
that's-
fuck.
What are you saying? Okay, sorry.
Like then, now that we've established the fact that all of them, are gonna make weird shit, whether they're together or solo. Now it's just a scope of how weird is it, and is it listenable? This is on the scope of weird but listenable, so I'm here for it. I liked the song. I thought it was cool. I thought maybe it went on a tad too long. There were some parts that felt like it dragged a little bit, but other than that, I thought the song was cool. And I'm here for it. If there's more coming, bring it on.
So, yeah, damn right.
Yeah. So that is all the topics we have today. You can follow us on Twitter. It's good_noise_cast. Instagram is good noise podcast. Facebook is good noise pod. YouTube is good noise podcast. Every audio streaming service ever is good noise podcast. And Patreon is patreon.com/good noise podcast. Always got your Patreon supports, Twitch subs, your merch store plug, your Amazon storefront plug, and your important plugs. And then we're going to sign off.
Damn, it's getting smoother and smoother. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you to our Patreon supporters, Matt from Pulses, Zari, Jeremy, Pop Punk Apologist, damn, David Arrington and Eric. And thank you to our Twitch subs, Coaster Lover, and then Matt again from Pulses. Check out our merch. It is goodnoisepodcast.creator-spring.com. Check out our Amazon setup in the description. It's all the shit we use to record. It's our equipment. It's our lights. Maybe not our lights. I don't know.
Mine's a monitor.
Mic.
And I'm fighting this monitor today. I'm gonna fucking throw it out the window when we're done.
No, dude, don't, because we fucking interview. Yeah, go check out our shit. And if you buy something, it gives us a little cut of it, and that helps us continue the podcast and do silly little things like this. Important plugs: Black Lives Matter, Stop Asian Hate, Free Palestine, Be a Decent Person, and support small bands. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Well, that is all we have today. I've been Shane.
I have been Glory.
And we have been the Good Noise Podcast. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.